Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer, and I'm your hostess. Today, we're looking for design finds everywhere. We're going into some places that you wouldn't expect, and we're finding some design finds and dupes for Pottery Barn, as a matter of fact, at some very unlikely places. One thing that designers tell you is to shop everywhere because you never know what you'll find. Now, I know you don't have time for all of that, so I did the work for you. But one of the things is just to demonstrate that you can walk right into a supermarket and find a bunch of great design finds. So we'll do that, and we'll go to a bunch of other retailers today. Are you ready to come with me? Let's get on the road. At Hobby Lobby, I found two of my favorite dupes of all, so I wanted to show them first, and that is this pine cone tree. Now, this reminds me so much of Williamsburg, but it's also a dupe for Pottery Barn. So let's start with Pottery Barn. There, they have a tall one for $79 on sale at the moment and a medium for $63. This one falls right in between those heights, and it is so inexpensive compared to the Pottery Barn. Can you believe it? Check the sale online, and according to the rumors online, this sale for the $14.99 tree goes on until mid-December, when it actually goes on sale further at 60% off. So this is a great deal. Now this one, like I said, looks like Williamsburg. And you know in colonial America that having fruit in front of your house at the threshold or on your fence posts were supposed to be a sign of welcome. And a lot of times those beautiful arches over the door that has the pineapple in the middle and then it has apples and perhaps other fruit around it, that's supposed to go along with that same theory. I spotted these beautiful wooden pieces, and they are dupes for much higher end shops. But this Holiday Village light up is $24.99 on sale. And I think that's a great price. The Wood Mountain Lodge, $9.99. It's so beautiful. This natural wood would go along with those of you who have a lot of neutral and natural wood decor, of course, but it could go in others because what a traditional item. Now this I wanted to feature the Light Up Christmas Village Advent Calendar because you can put your own little Advent items in there, but I also wanted to mention this is $26.99 on sale through mid-December, perhaps lower after that if it's still around, because might I say, it is way over $100 at Anthropologie, and it's the same item, but it's sold out. It was just an item that was very popular there. So what a bargain. Hobby Lobby has so much Christmas inventory, but they have a wall of these empty spheres, and you're supposed to do crafts and fill them. But I did want to give you another idea for these, and that is referring back to something I mentioned in the last video, which is you can take a clear sphere ornament, and especially larger ones, place them toward the middle of your Christmas tree at the very back of the branch, and it will reflect your holiday lights coming forward. I wouldn't just clump them in the middle. I would, spread them out a little. But this would be a great use for these, and they're a great price at Hobby Lobby. They had so many options for berry picks, and those are fabulous to go along with your white floral displays. We've talked about adding white floral bouquets and displays, things in baskets, urns, to different rooms in your house to tie all of the rooms together that may be in various colors, or even if they're not. Well, if you wanted to just dress those up for the holidays, it's a great idea to add red berries and pine in between the flowers and just give it that holiday makeover, and then you take them right back out when the holidays are over. At Hobby Lobby, these are priced anywhere between $149 and $649 per pick. They also have tree collars that mimic those at Pottery Barn. While Pottery Barns are over $100, as you can see. Hobby Lobbies are priced so much better. Now, at Hobby Lobby, might notice that there are some flaws on those. Some of that is foam from the way that they were packed, and then some of the color is just brushed off. And you could see with that type of material that could happen. But for all of that savings, I'd be fine with marking it in with a magic marker and moving on with my life. So I wanted to show you those. I was pretty impressed by the price. If you'd rather have a little color on your tree collar, which is, the more modern look, the tree collar, but then adding a traditional twist into it, you would get the Stork Plaid. And actually, there is a less expensive one at Target at the moment, but for just a few dollars more, you can get this one at Hobby Lobby. It just depends on which one you can get your hands on. I will tag the Target one. I can't tag things at Hobby Lobby. So anything that you've seen from Hobby Lobby that you like, you will have to go to the store to get them. And in fact, there are some things that weren't available online at Hobby Lobby, which were those wooden items, I believe, but they did have them at the store that I visited, and I think it is one of those things that you might be able to find in your store because it looked like there were plenty. They do have a furry tree collar, and I thought that would go along with the Pottery Barn rustic luxe look. But also, let's move on to something else, which I think was a pretty great discovery, and that is the black and white ornament set that they had. Theirs is on sale for $9.99. You get 8 ornaments, and it compares to the set of 8 ornaments for $71.60 at CB2. CB2 did premiere theirs last year, and they also sold a version that would come with a decorative bowl. But if you'll remember, I also showed them in videos where I took you to Bloomingdale's and Saks Fifth Avenue just to see what the very high-end ornaments look like. And they had those there for a lot more. I stopped in my tracks when I saw some of these kitchen crocks, and some of you hate blue and some of you absolutely love it, but I thought I better show these blue accessories because they had all of the pieces available. Some of you would probably like the neutral ones that are above them, but they didn't have all of them. But these, the blue and white, remind me of the Montrose terracotta vase collection at Pottery Barn that we love so much in the spring. And now there are pieces that are on clearance, but not our favorite one, which was the medium. That's still $129. So I'm on a tangent. But they also released the red and white for the holiday season, and they haven't been featuring it very much, so I didn't. But I thought, you know what? We love the blue and white. This red and white one is not as pretty, in my opinion, but I still think it's beautiful for the holidays. So I just wanted to show the various scenes that Pottery Barn had of this. But let's get back to this blue thing. So the clearance is just their little tiny one, but don't these remind you of that a bit? But they also remind me of their Spanish wares that they put out at Pottery Barn in the summer. There was a ceramic drink cup. There were some serving pieces, all of that sort of thing. So it reminds me of both. Thought I would show you those in addition. So maybe you could pick those up in your store. I can't tag them, unfortunately. Before you judge the fact that I'm looking for the dupes at Five Below, there was one that I was particularly interested in when I was doing research online, and that's why we went, and I did find it in store. So you're about to see a true Pottery Barn dupe in a second. So stick with me. But this is the snowflake pillow from Pottery Barn. It's very popular because it's a bestseller, because you can use it after Christmas, and also if you celebrate Hanukkah, it works perfectly for you, and it also goes along with a lot of different color palettes, and it's just so cute and cozy. Well, theirs is $69.50, and Five Below has a very cheap version, a floppy version for $5.55. But if you just wanted the look for less, and it's not going to be out for most of the year, then there it is. They also have a really cute elf hat for $5.55, and I just thought you might want to see those. Now, I don't know why I didn't buy it, because then I could have demonstrated it in my kitchen, but I didn't. I was also in search of this. They didn't have it in store, so I'm showing you it this way, but I've got a lot of other things to show you in store. These would come to you in a little clear plastic box, and you get greenery and the red picks, which, like I said already, are perfect to put into your white florals. The silver makes nice accents on your spots in your tree that you're trying to fill. And then the holly leaves would look nice placed beneath perhaps some decorative items you have in a bowl or on a table to kind of protect the table from it. So I was in search of those, even asked the manager of the store, and they didn't have them in store. There's also a gold version, which I'm going to drop in for you right here. And the prices are so great. If you buy these things through my tags online, you'll be able to find them very easily. All the things I'm showing you, I'll be able to tag from Five Below. But it's $7.95 shipping, no matter how much you buy. But for all the savings you'll get, I do think that's worth it, and it's worth saving a trip to go out, unless you do want to go look in the store. But like I said, there are certain things you can't get in store. They also happen to have a magnolia vine, which I thought was a great price to use in floral displays. You can weave it. You could also weave this with some of those fun lights I showed you earlier, and to put it within something in a bowl, in a vase, or maybe just to drape along the stairs with your other greenery to add some of that magnolia look, which is a very traditional look. I love it. Now, here's an item that Dave spotted that is not traditional at all, but it is mid-century modern. So they have different colored trees. They were displayed way up on top, but then you can grab them in a bin in these really cute covers that you can store it in. But I thought these would be good for the office. Or if you're having a party and you're decorating outside as well as inside, and maybe you're putting your drinks cooler outside for the party, this would be something really cute for that. But there are also a lot of silver accessories at Five Below, and you could make an entire silver tablescape that I thought would be really beautiful on a buffet. I'll try to point those out as we go. So for that tablescape, the silver Moravian star I thought would work very well, but also these are $5. If you wanted to spend a little extra, you could get a really high quality one at Arhaus. I just wanted to mention that because I couldn't even hold it up straight. But sometimes on your tree topper, if it's too heavy, it's just not staying. So those would definitely stay. But one of the items I wanted to point out that I was really impressed by are their nutcrackers. I would buy a pair of these and let them flank the front of the stairs, or you put one in the nook of the stairs. They would look great in a lot of places. And I just thought that's pretty nice for $25. So wanted to show that. You've probably seen glitter deer all over the place, and at Target they actually have them on sale now for $4. But at Five Below, I really like their version. The Five Below's on the left, obviously. I like the way the stag looks, and that is $3. And it's not on sale, it's always $3. Now, check out the tinsel trees, and then check out CB2. This was their big look from last year, just draping an entire tree in tinsel. Well, Five Below has a similar look for a very inexpensive price, as you can see. But I just wanted to refer back to this CB2 look, because it was such a dramatic effect. And this isn't what they're really pushing this year. They're still selling that tinsel, but they're pushing other things. Now at Anthropologie, they have candles that are in the shape of a tree just like this. Now, if you want to impress somebody, you'd probably want to get the Anthropologie version. But, you could have the fun, inexpensive version from Five Below really easily too. There are 3 different colors to choose from. They also had a few ornament sets, which I think are good as bowl fillers, or to fill in spots in your tree where you didn't have other ornaments. And then it's backwards, but I do think the Mary sign and the joy sign, but more so the Mary sign, are cute. People are so afraid to put words up because it's so overdone, and it really is overdone. Now this stocking looks a lot like an Arhaus stocking. So I think that one was $3 versus the Arhaus price. Pretty good deal. I did appreciate the green plaid stocking a bit because it looks like that Williams Sonoma plaid that I showed you in the last video, or maybe the one before. Now, they have a bunch of gingerbread house kits, and those are pretty inexpensive and just cute. It's a nice little activity to do with your family or as a couple. They have an abundance of dog items, and some of them are kind of funny. The sweater I thought was cute. But Lady doesn't go for things like that. That might even be for a cat. It is. Lady doesn't appreciate wearing clothes and the such. But I thought I would show some of this stuff since I was in there. A lot of stores don't have this much pet inventory. Here's a good view of that tree collar that's silver that you could use on the 4-foot tree. And then there are other silver materials plus those ornaments that you could use on a really pretty tablescape. Maybe at your office party. I used to throw a huge party for our clients for my last job. I was in charge of the whole thing. And sometimes at parties, you don't have expensive things, but you do have some items like those with wow factors. They also had a lot of advent calendars and some with kind of yummy chocolates. And then I wanted to show you a few of the gift wraps that I would choose. The plaid, that red and white that I showed you a second ago. And then there are some gingerbread house versions. I liked that. That's a Pottery Barn look, right? The gingerbread. So if you don't have the accessories, you could have it under your tree. And then this argyle I thought was pretty cute. So they have a lot of fun things. It's worth a pop in, but I also can tag all of this stuff. So if you see something you like, please go ahead and buy it through my links. Also this, what a really cute thing to put in a stocking for kids or for a grown-up. I mean, I would eat those. I love Lindt chocolates, and the idea that they're in that cute shape are nice. Now, you know Pottery Barn has their elf stuff. They have everything from the Elf movie. Well, here's a mug for $5.55 that has the elf theme. And I couldn't believe they had a sweatshirt for $5.55. Now, that's not a dupe or anything. I just thought, wow. I mean, if you wanted something to sleep in for $5.55. And then they had those silly pillows shaped like ornaments. But, if you're looking for fillers, there are some for you. Pottery Barn came out with a few more holiday items in conjunction with their French designer, and I'm not going to try to pronounce her name this time around because the video is so long and I don't have time to now look it up. But Target has a $3 napkin ring that looks a lot like hers. So you might as well save the money and buy the one at Target because I really like the shape of the Target bow as well. I ended up finding a Pottery Barn dupe at Rite Aid. And they didn't have a lot of inventory out. They were just starting to put it out, but they had this snowflake hurricane. But then they have others that you could buy too. So $6.99, and theirs are more petite. The Pottery Barn one is taller. It's like this is 3/4 of the height of the Pottery Barn one. But I thought that was a great price compared to the Pottery Barn price, and you can get that same look by putting some little tea light candles or maybe another type of candle in there that's scented. I thought these were kind of cute, but not that big. But for $12.99, you can get that really nice lantern look. And then this bow looked a lot like something we saw at Ballard that was a tree topper last week. And then these mugs reminded me of, let's say, I don't know, early 2000s or something, J. Crew and also Gap look. But I thought that they were festive and fun. I walked into a supermarket just to see what I could drum up in terms of dupes. And I found some really cool items in ShopRite, which is a very well-known supermarket chain. To start with, they had a pair of cutting boards that were dark brown wood. It's by the brand Time and Table, which is a Walmart associated brand. But they were on sale for $9.99 for two of them, half off. And I regret not getting them. But what a great deal. That's why you do just have to kind of take a peek at what you can find everywhere. And I found these for you. If you have a ShopRite near you, run over there. You know, supermarkets have these kind of emergency items, but they can be great deals. This service set is $9.99, and you're getting all of these things you might need. And then we've got a pair of cutting boards for $8.99, bamboo also, so there's the lighter wood. And then we have this Dutch oven, which looks so much like a more expensive brand. After that, we've got an entire utensil set. I have one that I like more from another market next, but they had Pyrex at wonderful prices. It was kind of unbelievable. And then everyone needs drying mats for the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, and I have been on the search for them. So we've got this one for $3.99, which is a very good deal for a drying mat that's this nice. They also have these right now at TJ Maxx, by the way. Now, these party cups, normally they're $8.99 for a sack that has a pair of them, but these were only $1.99 for one stack. I thought that was good. And then how about a $5.99 box of Godiva for those people that pop in and you weren't expecting them and they bring you something, and here you go, some wonderful chocolates for you. I found some great design finds at a supermarket, and it's called Lidl. It's only on the East Coast right now, but I'm sure it's making its way to you if you're somewhere else in the US. They're just growing south. I don't know when they're going west, but if you're visiting the East Coast for the holiday season, you might want to pop in because they have very unusual things for a supermarket, and I'm going to show you a few. Dave and I actually enjoy going there just to see what they might have because it's funny sometimes. In the summer, the merchandise to us wasn't as good as it is right now in the holiday season and in the winter. They had outdoor things that we weren't interested in, but let's just get to it. So one of the things that I found on my last trip was a set of not serving utensils, just let's call them utensils. And it's 5 pieces and they're silicone. And in other retailers, they're a lot more expensive than this, but I had to jot down notes because I bought so many things. They were $7.99 for all of these. And I think they're beautiful. They obviously match my kitchen. So I was very happy with this. They're already out of the package because I used one of them actually in a video last week. I think it was last week. All right, now that brand is called Cook with Color because I suppose normally the things have color on the edges rather than this. I've seen some dark green, dark red, but I preferred these because they went with my kitchen. And then I also picked up these, and they're just kitchen shears, which I use constantly. And I only had one pair in a set that I bought, and I could see myself using 2 in the same cooking session. So now I don't have to wait for that. I snip chicken with these, but I also do herbs and spices like it's shown here. All right, so that's a pretty good deal. And it does have the cover, which is nice. Let me put these aside. This is a fun one. Dave and I get advent calendars every holiday season. And after dinner, we grab one. And I know these are really for kids, but we decided to start doing it ourselves. And we typically buy IKEA advent calendars. We really like those because it's not expensive. I don't remember how much it is, but the chocolates are pretty decent. But it comes with a gift card, and then it comes with a free dinner. They have their Swedish meatball dinners. We just don't know when we're gonna have time to get to IKEA next, and we saw these and thought it was a good value. They have some really interesting, you know what, I might do a close-up on this for you separately. But this one was, oh, $7.99. But I bet the chocolates are good. And you'll be seeing probably now close up the different flavors and all of that. So we were excited about this. I also thought this was kind of cute looking, not as childish. And you're not going to believe what I'm showing you next. So at the store, they had these, which I'm covering up my face, but that's okay with me if it's okay with you. I bet it is. So this painting was $12.99. And they had a few designs, maybe 3, but it might have just been 2. But I bought 3 of them, and that is because I'm painting over them. However, for a lot of you, I'm sure this is more your style than the type that I'm painting, especially if you are one of my fans who's really into Pottery Barn and my dupes. This is perfectly Pottery Barn if you ask me. But they do have abstract art too, so don't judge me too harshly, please. Let me put this aside. This is what I came up with, and I am going to hang it vertically. So abstract art and painting techniques, you don't need any skill whatsoever for them, because that's the point of it. You can do whatever you want. And I've done painting techniques in videos. The whole video is just slow, relaxing painting. But I'm going to insert some images in this video to show you what I did. But the thing is, normally if you have a real piece of art, obviously you're going to have a canvas and then go and get it framed. Getting things framed is pretty expensive, in my opinion. So I like to do this just because I'm always trying to find ways to save but have a lot of style. So I just painted this completely in this parchment looking color with acrylic paint and a sponge. I didn't even use a paintbrush. Sometimes if you buy inexpensive paintbrushes, which you know me, you would imagine I would get an inexpensive one, the brush comes out and it's on your painting. Now that can be a look if you want, because people are trying to get, what's it called, like texture. They want it to look like you're doing the brush strokes, but for some reason, I don't get crazy with gobs of paint. I don't love that. So what I did was then just mixed up colors with acrylic. It dries like that. So if you're going to mix a color, you have to use that color immediately. And that's what I did with this. So is it my best work? No. Do I know how to paint realistic paintings that actually look like something? Yes, I do. But this is in style now, the abstract look, and it does go with my personal style right now. So this is what I did. And after the holidays, I may do some painting demonstrations for you to help you do the exact same thing, and you 100% can. You're able to do it. Yours will come out looking better than mine. For our modern farmhouse people, this set of 4 mugs is $12.99, and it kind of looks like a mason jar, but it's a little Christmas sweater also, and it spells out Xmas. And I thought those were so cute. I bet they would have spelled Christmas, but they could only give you 4 for $12.99. And then they also have the gingerbread theme, which are very Pottery Barn. Pottery Barn has them right now for so much more, but this is also $12.99. So if you do have a Lidl near you, you might want to pop over and grab these. And if you don't, I'm sorry that I'm showing it to you, but I was going just everywhere. Now, this utensil set, $14.99. This serves 4 people. So you would need 2 of them, I guess, or maybe 3. But those were beautiful. And I love the copper as well, or you might say rose gold, but I'm going to say these look more like copper in particular. If you use a lot of vinegar and oil, they had this little set for $5.99. I thought it was so beautiful, but I just don't use that much. I wanted it, but I thought, what are you going to do with this, woman? So that's that. And look, I have a little close-up view. I bet I could have used it for something more creative, but I didn't. I took a lot of pictures of this because I thought it was so pretty. So you're enjoying them, but let's move on to our next retailer. Now, you know that I did get a tree at Lowe's, but I was searching for something for you. We talked about mini wreaths to go over dining room chairs or just to dress up areas that you don't really want to go crazy decorating, but you hang a little wreath on an armoire, on a dresser, in a window as shown at some point. But I found a set at Lowe's that I thought were a good price and that I wanted to share because, by the way, they also have some in Target Bullseye, but they have a ton of flocking. So I just wanted to share these in case you wanted to use the idea but couldn't find any mini wreaths. I really tried hard. So here they are. At Pottery Barn, I wanted to recommend a gift, which was this burl wood jewelry box. Their medium size, which I think is the right size to get, is $129, and I absolutely love it. But if you were wanting to spend less and get a similar look, we do have this one from Target for $35. The burl wood is a bit richer in color, and it does have a different shape. But it's kind of like one or the other. The Target one has more specific spaces for the jewelry, and I did like that. So I wanted to share that as a great dupe, but also a gift idea from Pottery Barn if you wanted to spend that budget for the Pottery Barn version. Here is another wonderful gift idea, and I would like this as well. It is a humidifier that looks like a sculpture, and a beautiful sculpture at that. Well, this is available at Target, also at Wayfair. Those are the two places that I found it as the least expensive, and I'll tag those. It's called the Lucerna 2. I suppose it's much improved from the Lucerna 1, but it's called Vornado Alchemy. And I love the amber light, the faceted thing on the outside of that cylinder, and just the coloring, just beautiful. Now, it's supposed to be excellent for your skin to use a humidifier every night in the cold winter months. And my sister highly recommends that. And she every year tells me that I should get one because it's like spending hundreds of dollars for a facial, which you all know me well enough to know I wouldn't do that anyway. But yes, I might buy this humidifier as a gift for the pair of us for the holidays, my husband and I. Because I just think it's fabulous. Like, how stylish. All right, so I'll tag that, and if you are interested, please use the tag. I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite things at Williams-Sonoma. I did share the turkey forks with you before. You're going to need those before Thanksgiving, 100%. Okay, I'll actually tag those. And should I show you mine? They're under the oven right now. No, sorry. You know what I'll put a picture in. Now, the mulling spices from Williams-Sonoma. I use this not to mull wine or apple cider, but to have the most gorgeous, decadent holiday scent that you could have in your house. Now, you know I'm a huge fan of my Target candle, which I keep saying you should buy for other people as a gift. Where's the sign? The canvas candle. There, it says canvas. This is from Target Threshold. This is my absolute favorite scent for my home for all year round, okay? But at the holidays sometimes, and on Halloween night, if you want to make Halloween's past, but I always use this on Halloween night. And when I open the door, the kids are like, "Oh, your house smells so good." And it's like, it's true. Anyway, this is $18.95 on its own. What I would do is buy it as a set with the spice ball that comes with it. And you know it's a good spice ball because it's from Williams-Sonoma. You want the type that doesn't rust. And you want one that really will infuse the flavor and the scent without letting it leak out. So you know you've got a good one from Williams-Sonoma. And did I already say, so that's $37.95. Did you notice I have to make notes because I'm recommending so many things today? Now, I'm going to insert a video, I believe, of just simmering this on the stove, and there's no smell-o-vision, but this makes the house smell so good. Now, if you're going to use it for wine, you can just use the spice ball and have some delicious red wine. I think Cabernet works the best. Or you can do it with apple cider. Go and buy your apple cider from the farmer's market or even from the supermarket. You know how supermarkets do have items that are actually directly from the farm that's local? You can get your apple cider and then you can mull it to give it a little extra kick of some sort. I've actually never done apple cider. I've only done wine. So with this, some people buy the pre-made glue vine, and I like it better when you do it yourself and put a little cinnamon stick in the mug when you serve it. All right, so this was just something that I thought would be a great gift, and it's also something that you might want to get as a gift for yourself to treat yourself, just to see what this scent is all about. And notice, there's a lot in here, so it will last you for a long time. So spending this $18.95 is gonna go a long way. So that's just a recommendation I have, and I will tag it. What you see here before you is a gift that someone will thank you for years to come. It will be their new discovery to heal all of their ailments, and I'm not joking. So do you remember the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and there was a patriarch in the family that thought that Windex cured everything? I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but this man would spray Windex on everything, even the human body, if something happened. I don't remember all the details, but I said to Dave recently that this is our Windex. So this is a neck and shoulder wrap, and it's by Sharper Image. I have two of them here. One of them is by Sharper Image and the other one isn't, but I am going to recommend the Sharper Image version to you, depending. And then I also have one from Nordstrom to show you, which is a little more luxury. And I thought if you're giving it, it depends on how much you want to spend on someone, okay? Now, this one, they actually carry at Target. It is by Sharper Image. I mean, one of these, and it's $14.99. But this looks ridiculous on. But what you do is you heat it in the microwave for 90 seconds, squish it together because it has a lavender scent in it. Even if you don't like lavender scent, which Dave does not, he still thinks of this as something that's excellent. So you see I'm wearing it around my neck, which is the way you're supposed to do it. It's not just for the neck. Like if you have a pain in your stomach, sometimes I'll get something going on my knee or in a leg, and I heat this up, put it on, and it just goes away. This one is a little different, and we have this one, it's called Warmies. Same exact idea, it's just that it's smaller and lighter. So it's not touching as many areas if you don't need that. But what Dave and I also like this one for is it is kind of perfect to lay over your leg if you're having a thing. Don't think we have constant things, but as you get older, things happen, and it's like a day you have something, the next day you don't. Sometimes I wonder if the next day when we don't, it does have to do with these. But they just feel great if you're freezing under a blanket when you come home from work because it was like a frigid day outside with snow or whatever, and your toes are cold or your hands are cold, you could just put this under the blanket with you. It's almost like a hot water bottle type of situation. Anyway, when someone opens this, you might as well just show them this video so they understand the gift that you're giving them. Now, the one from Nordstrom, I don't have here with me. I just discovered that they're carrying them, and they have a fancier brand. and I'm going to put it on the screen, but theirs is $49. Sometimes I don't know what it is, but people think I'm going to spend $50 on that person. I'm going to spend $25. Well, everyone does that. So if you'd planned 50, you can get a nice Nordstrom gift. And what I like about Nordstrom is if you do buy a holiday gift from them, they can wrap it and it looks amazing. This is something that we use all the time, and we even travel with them. And we've considered getting a microwave upstairs so that we could just have one up there that we could heat up there, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, so now you can see how much I love it. And that's the reason why I wanted to share it. It's just a cherished item of mine that really works. It just eases your pain. So just a thought. I wanted to talk about a gift at Nordstrom. It's the Stanley Quencher, the 40-ounce size, the very popular size that everyone seems to love. Well, at Nordstrom, they have an exclusive color, which is a brushed stainless steel. And it looks very upscale, in my opinion, compared to a lot of the others. Now Target has their own colors, and I've shared a burgundy one that I liked quite a bit, and there was a terracotta, but those were launched in the fall, and I think they were supposed to be more associated with the fall. But I really like this brushed stainless steel. Now, if someone already has these, it isn't a bad idea to still get them one, because you could bring one with coffee for the morning and the other has your water to sip on the rest of the day. Or if something is in the wash cycle and you needed it quicker, it's just nice to have a few of these things. Even if the person already has a few, sometimes people like to collect the different colors, and they do still go to great use. You'll just use them over time. So I wanted to recommend that. And again, Nordstrom has beautiful wrapping, so you don't even have to do that if you don't want. And if the person does feel that they prefer another color or to get one somewhere else, Nordstrom is great with their return policy. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just kind of going from one retailer to the next that I've been shopping at, looking at, considering things for you this week. Now, another thing from Nordstrom that I wanted to point out is a certain type of petite holiday tree. So a lot of people are buying these at multiple retailers, and they're at all different price points, but there's the burlap on the bottom. You can put it in an aged pot or a basket, whatever, and they're putting their little lights around them. I have some of the lights behind me from Target that I recommended. They're great because they're warm lights and they do a little twinkling. You could get it without the twinkling. And I really like the copper, which is on mine. So people are putting those type of lights on these small trees and decorating the kitchen or having one on your coffee table, who knows where. I would recommend at the price point of the one that I'm recommending, you could get this for your office, but this one is $21.89. I believe that's a better price than one that went viral at Walmart, I think. And I don't know if the one at Walmart is still available. It might be, but who cares? Because I couldn't believe how affordable this one was. And I was thinking again, you know how sometimes older people in your life, you might go to visit them at their home or wherever they are, and they don't have a Christmas tree because it takes a lot of physical energy to get that going. Sometimes you have to bring it up from a basement, and they're just beyond wanting to do that. You can bring them this beautiful little Christmas tree and decorate it for them wherever they are. And I thought that would be nice too. So, or for someone young that's out on their own for the first time and their Christmas tree is your Christmas tree at their original home, but they didn't have anything at their place. So just a thought on that. Or in a kid's room. Why so many ideas? I'm not trying to sell you this. I just sometimes start blurting out ideas, but I thought this was such a good deal. And I thought, you know what? I need to share this because why try to track down something at Walmart that's more expensive than this when you could get this awesome one at Nordstrom? So that's that. I know that I already showed you this blanket, but there's something new to share. And I can see what things people have purchased via links in my videos. And I know a lot of you bought this. And a lot of you bought it in my color, which I was surprised. I thought people maybe would want something more neutral, but you also did buy the cream, which I recommended, but a lot of you also bought the neutral, and I didn't even mention that in my video, so I wanted to. Now there's a cream that is fairer, of course, and then the neutral has a little bit more of a tan or beige, but it's such a pale version. I think that's a really nice look because it could go with every decor, couldn't it? So the blanket is $25. It's the softest blanket you'll ever feel, and I am not kidding. It really is soft. By the way, for those of you who did purchase this already, could you make a comment? Just take a minute, if you have time, to tell our friends and our community here what you think of it, because I have a feeling you're going to love it. And then there is a pillow that matches. And by the way, this color is sold out in the pillows and in the bolster, which I showed you, but the cream and the neutral are not. And how exciting that I have a sought after item that sold out. But okay, so the cream and the neutral, so you could spend $25 on the throw and $15 on the pillow and have a little $40 combo gift that's so luxurious and nice. So this is one of my favorite things that I recommended, similar to the candle that's behind me. So I would still recommend that. Now, I did want to say, if you feel, and don't judge on this, but I know there are certain people that you buy for that they may think a gift from Target is not what they would have hoped for, and you have a bigger budget for that person, or you feel like you have to spend a bigger budget for that person. Do you have that person in your life? I feel like it would be like a boss or a relative that's wealthy, who knows? But they may appreciate better than this. They would like this better, but if they're going to stick their nose up at Target at all, there is, you know, the Barefoot Dreams blanket is very trendy still. And they do have a pattern, which I'm going to show you, which is a popular pattern. And they actually have it in 2 different colorways. And I'm going to tag both of those. So if you feel like this might not float the boat of someone, but you want to get them a great blanket, you could do the Barefoot Dreams instead. And then as for the pillow, don't give them a pillow then. But I just wanted to mention that. I've been trying to think of all of the different ways that you'd need to buy for people. And guys, in the comments, if you think that you wouldn't even want to buy a gift if someone was like that, some people you just have to. So don't judge. I'm just trying to cater to all of the different possibilities. In a past video, I talked to you about my $35 vacuum, and I ended up buying another one. I wanted to show you how tiny the box is, in case you're thinking of giving it as a gift. It's so light and tiny. So it comes in this, but the feature that I didn't show you before is the fact that it's also a hand vac. So it comes with this little thing. I'm sure I'm supposed to know the name of it, and a holster to put it in on your pole here. Well, these were lost along the way between the hotel and living here. So now I have one that actually has all of the features. And this has been a lifesaver, and it's not plugged in. Hang on. This is great for the stairs. I try not to touch my wood stairs with it, actually, because they're real wood and I don't want to scratch them. But I kind of hover it and it still works great. But this thing is awesome. And I know you can see that there's dust in there. I vacuum constantly because of Miss Lady. She doesn't even shed. She's not supposed to shed. I don't know how this happens. But anyway, to put this back in, you just slide it in and that's it. And then you take this out. Watch, this will be the funny part where I can't do it right, but it's supposed to be easy. That's it. You just smush it in. It's in. I highly recommend it. $35 to have an excellent vacuum that is best for hardwood or a floor, not carpet. I love it. And it's a great gift if you know someone who might need an extra vacuum for upstairs versus downstairs, or if you just want to make your life easier because the other one's too heavy to lug around, or whatever your situation is. I love this thing. I can't believe how well it works for $35. I think a lot of you are listening to the playlist because we were able to see that a lot of people saved them. Now, I only linked one of the 3 or 4 playlists. I'll link a different one this week just in case you didn't have a chance to get to other playlists. But he did different ones for different vibes and genres of music. And I just think it's cute that we're all listening to the same, not all of us, but those of you who were interested were listening to the same holiday music this season together. It's kind of fun. All right, well, if you did see anything that you liked in this video that I presented to you, please use my tag and my link to purchase it. You can do that in the description box, or for some people, if you pause the video, they pop up. The only things that you won't be able to have access to are the things from Hobby Lobby and Rite Aid. Other than that, you should be able to find everything right there, and it helps you find it more easily as well. Well, I thank you in advance for doing that. I really appreciate it, and I thank you so much for watching from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm looking forward to that.